All right. Hey, everyone. Welcome back. This is our Conversations for Vitality with Ariel Jarvis. Hey, Ariel. All right. Thank you for being here. James Gardner here as well, as always. And this is our weekly show where we bring some health, wellness, mindset, spirituality, the latest in everything health that is available to each of us and can allow all of us to live a more vital life. So, part 3 of a 4-part series today, Vitality Superhero Formula. Yeah. Part 3 today. Part 3 is about light.
Yes.
And, just to recap, the previous 2 weeks were parts 1 and 2, obviously. And that was really about magnetism, understanding the power of magnetism on the human body. Last week was about air, about oxygen, the ability to breathe and what that does internally. And the third part of this sequential series is light. So obviously with modern technology, Ariel, there's light therapy that now is widely available for many people. And we're going to touch base on that. But let's just break it down of, I know we're living creatures. We all get that. Why light? Why light?
The reason why is because if you think about your body is not just a blob of cells. The cells actually interact with each other. Every single cell, you have about 75 trillion cells. Every single cell has a mitochondria, which actually is the powerhouse of the cell, providing the cell with ATP so that the body has energy. Energy is required for your central nervous system to function. How your brain and your nervous system talk to the cells, talk to the organs, talk to the limbs to get everything moving, right? You don't have the proper energy every single day, then that central nervous system takes a hit. Now, because we also have the emotional aspect, emotions are energy in motion, we also have to take into account sunlight. So I'm going to just kind of explain a little story here. Your skin has to be exposed to the sun for about 15 minutes every single day. Not your clothing, your skin. So that could be your face, your neck, your skin. But what people don't realize is when you put sunblock, it's a chemical. It takes 25 seconds for your skin to absorb anything into the lymphatic system, which can plug up or clog up your lymphatic system, which is part of your immune system. So that filtration system, you don't want to plug or clog that up. But I thought we're supposed to put sunblock on to protect us from skin cancer. 90% of victims who get skin cancer use sunblock. I've never touched sunblock and I never will. So that's just one thing to keep into consideration is the toxicity. Second thing is our skin interacts with the UV rays. And your skin, your beautiful skin, produces vitamin D, which your body utilizes. Every single cell in your body has a vitamin D receptor, and vitamin D is amazing for your bones, your teeth. It's amazing for depression, and it's amazing for your immune system. We require vitamin D every single day, and when your system is compromised, maybe you have a cold or a flu, you want to superdose for about a week, lots of vitamin D. Now, we're going to talk about trace minerals. Our food also requires trace minerals to ignite the electricity or the conductivity of our cells. So all of this is part of the energy component of your cells. It's not just the physical energy, but it's actually the cell-to-cell communication and optimization. But what do you do when you can't be around sunlight all the time? I mean, I don't know about you, but I live in a rainforest. It's raining here about 9 months out of the year usually. I love the rain. However, it might not be as efficient for light therapy. So that's why I'm very excited to announce that we have the combination between halo therapy and light therapy here at Vitality Wellness, where you're actually able to rejuvenate the cells, optimize the cells, introduce more oxygen into the cells, more vitamin D into the cells, and you don't have to go to a tanning bed, and you don't have to be going on a plane off to somewhere tropical just to get that vitamin D. So I just wanted to share that with you. You can also get it from different green vegetables, because remember a little saying, green inside, clean inside. But what people don't realize is dark leafy greens, they photosynthesize because they have a lot of chlorophyll, not chloroform. People always get that mixed up. Chlorophyll. And chlorophyll is the liquid form of chloroplasts. Chloroplasts are the little tiny unicellular ability to photosynthesize for the plant. Plants, they look like a little plant. They can't go and just get their food and bring it home. They're stuck there. They can't move, right? So what do? Well, they actually will face the sun, and they'll start leaning towards the sun to try to optimize photosynthesis, which converts into ATP for food. It actually converts into glucose. That would be so efficient if we could do that. Right. I would save so much on my grocery bill. But we can't do that. But we can when we consume green vegetables, because the ATP from green vegetables is so bioavailable and allows our body to produce and to absorb that ATP for the mitochondria, for the colony of cells that produce you.
Right, right. And I'm going to take us into some light therapy in a moment, but because we're getting some live questions here, Christine has a question in terms of the vitamin D. Obviously, there's a lot of vitamin D on the market. What could you recommend for someone looking to take vitamin D supplementation in terms of, quality, bioavailability, all that jazz?
So we've been very, we've really done our research here at the clinic to take a look at different suppliers. And we found that the ones that we like, they do the third-party testing. They're completely organic. If it does come in a capsule, the capsule is plant-based. There's no fillers, and it is 100% bioavailability. Has a 100% bioavailability. So what I would suggest is, reach out to one of us here at the clinic, and we can kind of educate you on what to look for. But those are the key things you want to look for. If something is sold, unfortunately at, a Costco or a Walmart or a dollar store, that's not going to be your go-to for supplementation, because unfortunately they have compromised on the quality so that they can push out the quantity. And sometimes the loudest suppliers put all their money into marketing and they compromise on their effective bioavailability. So that's where, research and reaching out to one of us.
And on that note, and just in your professional opinion, any vitamin, like any, let's just say vitamin D, any vitamin D, we know that there's different grades. There's different quality. At the end of the day, though, someone that goes and gets a vitamin D off a shelf somewhere, is there still something beneficial out of that?
Absolutely. Yeah. Okay. So especially when it comes to your vitamins and herbs are a little different. So if you're going to go out and get like a vitamin D or a vitamin C or a zinc, things like that, they don't have as many fillers as, say, a herb that you have to grow from the soil, and then you have to water it with a certain type of water, and then you have to harvest it, and then you have to package it. There's a lot of processing. There's a lot of extra steps. So when it comes to something like that, then you have to be a little bit more careful. But when you're buying a vitamin D, you don't have to be as strict or as careful with exactly vitamin D. The one that I really recommend for people for your bones, your teeth, if you do struggle with depression, or if you want support with your immune system, is I love vitamin D3.
Hold on. You're freezing on me here a second.
Remember, vitamin D, you have to make sure that you absorb it with food.
Okay, Ariel, hold on one sec, because there was a little bit of a glitch here, matrix glitch. So, we kind of cut out on the one that I recommend is, and then it kind of. Can you
Can you see me now?
I can see you. You're actually frozen with a nice smile, so it's actually kind of good. But all right, there we go. There we go.
Can you see me now?
Okay, I can see. Can
Okay.
you hear me now? Can
Good.
you see me now?
Okay. Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So
yeah,
vitamin
go ahead.
D3 is really good.
Okay.
Good.
Vitamin
D3.
D3.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right.
Yeah.
So that's okay. Hey, it's modern technology. It's Mercury retrograde. We're heading into it. So here we go. Okay. Getting back to light therapy, gang. We know sunlight. Ariel, myself, a good chunk of our community. We live up here in the Pacific Northwest. Today, case in point, dark, gray, rainy. So we're living in a 9-month kind of gray zone. So what can we do? Light therapy. You've probably heard out there things like red light therapy, infrared, and this is what we're talking about. So, it all ties in directly to what Ariel's talking earlier. And, just a quick Cole's Notes version on this, the red light therapy allows the light to penetrate certain layers of the skin. We know that there's different layers. Ariel, you probably know the dermis, all this stuff. And so the red light can get down there and help ail a bunch of help a bunch of ailing skin conditions, right? Eczema, psoriasis, all these things. Infrared is what is really the holy grail of light therapy, because what it does is it gets down, and these are all harmless rays. All the negative rays of the sun, all those things are not there. They get down to the organs. They get all the way through to the bone, the tissue, the organs, to the deep cellular roots. And as we talk about at Vitality, it's getting to the root cause. So it gets in to the mitochondria. The ATP, as she was talking about, is the fuel. That's fuel. That's for us gym rats, right? The reason we can do a bench press is because we have ATP, right? To do a curl. It's the same thing. It's fuel for the powerhouse, the mitochondria of the cell. When the light gets in there, what it does is it kicks out the free radicals.
That's right.
Kicks them out. Get the fuck out of Dodge. That's golden. And if we can do that, obviously at the core level, getting deep in there, then we have optimization of everything. So what we talked about earlier, right? The energy, the magnetism, the oxygen uptake, the saturation, all that compounds into this formula to kind of put our capes on and be superheroes in life.
Absolutely. And what people don't realize is your cells, they don't text each other or send an email. They talk through frequency, and so energy waves and chemical waves. And the reason why we interact with the sun so well is because it has the whole spectrum of light. And so when you pick out just one variable, so picking out one color from that spectrum, say the red light or the blue light, each frequency can actually target a specific cellular state. And then it turns on, just like a light switch, it can turn on. So for example, let's say it's red light or blue light. That ability to turn on, say to detox or to remove the free radical damage or the oxidative stress, or to help the nutrients get absorbed better, or to allow more oxygen to enter into the cells, or to pair up the electrons so that it becomes a stable cell, things like that. And so on such a particle level, it doesn't sound that profound, but when you look at it from a mass of cells and how it's doing that from one particle to 75 trillion, and you put that collective together, and then you do it a few sessions, man, I've had light therapy done, and that's why we brought it into the clinic. And we have an incredible nurse that does the therapies. And I cannot believe the recoveries and the testimonials that we've gotten from people. Like, if you haven't tried it yet, go get the Queen's treatment. I love it. We don't have a cool name yet for you gentlemen, but the Queen's treatment is glorious. You will love it.
And we will get her on this conversation at some point in the future, because this light therapy is really something. It's really something.
Very powerful.
It is very powerful.
Yeah.
And it's very powerful on its own. And so let's, tying it back, Ariel, to what this series is about. Each of the three things that we've discussed so far are game changers unto themselves. Each of them, right? And imagine when we combine PEMF with oxygen therapy, with light therapy, and boom.
Superhuman.
Right.
Superhuman. Yep.
Right. And just more energy, more vitality, we get a hall pass. We get a hall pass to do whatever we want and to feel amazing, and to reclaim our lives. And so I'm excited about this. Next week, we're gonna wrap this up with part 4.
I always get when they can.
Say that again. Sorry. Hello.
Oh, I was just saying that one of the complaints that I get from patients when they come in. Can you see me?
Yep. Go ahead.
Yeah, we're good. Okay. So one of the complaints that I get from patients is, I wish I had more energy. Right? So what if we could put all of these different services together, get you more energy, and then all of a sudden your life will change, because one, you can get more things done in a day, have a better energy, better mood, better mental stamina, emotional stamina, physical stamina. Maybe you can push yourself harder in the gym. Maybe you can clean your house faster, or chase your children faster and play with them faster. Like, it really depends on everybody. But at the end of the day, I think we could all benefit from a little more energy. And then the quality of your life just goes soaring up.
Exactly. Next week, we're gonna wrap this up with a conversation around water, around negative charged water, right? Electrolyzed, reduced water. And how that is the fourth of this major kind of equation for success. So, Ariel, anything else you want to just throw in here regarding light therapy, regarding anything that we discussed today?
Honestly, you don't know till you try it. So, those of you, go home, do your research, learn about light therapy. And if you want to try a session, give us a call, reach out to us. We would love to set you up and pamper you with the Queen's treatment, and just let your body feel the changes that are going to happen. And, there's something about education awareness. A lot of people don't know what's available, and that's why we're doing these videos. We want you to know what's available so that you can have a better quality of life and have the support and community that you need. So thank you so much for having me here today, James. I really do appreciate it.
Great. Always a pleasure. Thank you again. Join us next week, gang, for part 4 of this 4-part series. And until then, stay healthy, stay happy, stay vital. And we'll see you all soon. Ciao. Bye.